We started in probably late 2009, so about a year and a half ago. We'd been playing music and experiencing a lot of the tapes that people had been selling and whatnot, and we decided that we could do it. So we started doing it.
So I bought a 4-track and I started recording onto the 4-track, and I actually purchased at Village Discount a box of religious cassettes. It's all C90s, so quite long. So Travis was coming over to my place and we were just recording, and we would just keep recording onto these tapes because they're in abundance. So it was just kind of natural to keep recording onto these things, and I felt like every time we played something, it had a home, as opposed to it just being lost on a hard drive. And we were using tapes as instruments and so on and so forth. When cassette tapes became so ubiquitous, it was like artists were given liberty to put their ideas out on cassette tape. It didn't have to be a refined, finished album. It just could be something, it would be like a glimpse into what they were doing, an example of an experiment in sound, and they were just putting it out on a cassette, and they could just put out another one and put out another one. And I like the idea of having the cassette tapes be examples of what somebody was doing with sound. So.
Yeah, that's actually part of the initial idea behind calling the label Notice. There are a couple different meanings behind it, but one of the main ones is the idea that each release is just kind of like a notice, or just kind of like alerting people to the fact that this music is being made, because it is kind of unusual and has a sort of isolated or limited appeal, I guess you could say, according to most people. So just the cassette was a really accessible and cheap, of course, and a medium with a lot of personality that would allow us to sort of just make these little notices.
Is there any garlic? No.
Oh, we don't dub at home just because Brad Rose of Digitalis Industries actually suggested that we get in contact with National Audio Company, because I had been in contact with him for quite some time, and we were in correspondence, and National Audio Company is an amazing company, and we're very happy to be in business with them. We have a lot of respect for them. In fact, they have had to hire more employees because of the tape scene, which is really amazing, and it's nice to be a part of that. So we don't do any of the dubbing at home. We do obviously all the artwork, and but we don't, we send out everything, and their quality is extraordinary, so there's no issues there.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that interested us when we started was the idea of quality, of things being, I don't know, you see a lot of cassettes that are made of collaged artwork and, Xerox covers and home dubbed cassettes that are spray painted and handwritten on and stuff, and that's really cool, of course, but we were interested in something a bit more refined and something that would probably require like pro dubbing and fancy printing, not fancy, but just a lot of attention to detail.
Initially, we released tapes by Dense Reduction, which is our duo, our sound duo, and all of the artwork for those releases were exclusively drawings from my sketchbook, my journal. They're very direct representations of the drawings, and we have them printed. Actually, my friend works at a wedding invitation shop in Skokie, and they do foil stamping, which is very similar to letterpress, and so all of our stuff is foil stamped at this shop, and so they, we send them the image, they make a metal plate, and they press it into the paper. It's all, very heavy paper, so we're limited to 2 colors, maybe 3 colors. Actually, I don't think we can do 3 colors.
No, I think
just two colors. So we have limitations, and those limitations are exciting, and I'm happy to have limitations. I don't particularly care for free reign with this stuff. Regarding other releases, by other artists, we always talk to them about what they want, and we, sometimes they might supply imagery, sometimes they say you just do whatever you want, and and we try to maintain a consistency throughout with everything. And
yeah, down to fonts and size of lettering and appearance, like sort of orientation on the cover and stuff.
Right.
For me, as someone who's not Evan, I think that one of the most exciting parts about the label is that it's a showcase for Evan's artwork. It's a really interesting avenue, of course, because it's a very small canvas and everything. But
it's a nice. I think Deer Hunter actually said that cassette tapes were like a painting in your hand. Actually, I know they said that.
yeah, and it's another way to sort of personalize what we're doing in a way that is really special.
I think there'll always be an interest in it, but it has to do with whether these companies and factories can keep manufacturing this stuff. There has to be enough of a demand, and if anything, National Audio Company has told us that they've had to hire more employees.
Yeah, they'll be fine for a while.
For a good long time they'll be fine. And
right.
So I don't know. In 15 years, maybe it'll just be cassette tapes and vinyl, and CDs will be totally out. Maybe cassette tapes will deteriorate after 25 years. That's fine with me.
So that would be really funny.
That's
the idea that
that's enough
if we're like 40 and all of these tapes that we have, like dozens and dozens of tapes that we bought, they just won't play. I guess that could be the case for CDs too. So it's kind of a level playing field in that case.
Right.
But
By
that's a funny idea.
then we can digitize them. Oh,
right.
We'll probably have to just touch it. We'll probably have microchips in our fingers.
Yeah.
That will connect to our computers.
Yeah, totally.
Just touch something and we could digitize this beer bottle.
Yeah.
Veramente molto gentili con me, quindi niente, volevo che si sapesse quanto europei sono questi ragazzi americani.